I'm a success.
Success. All right, so you're going to start.
I spent most of my early life as a magician illusionist. Someone had seen my show where I had a lot of pyrotechnics and explosions and asked me if I wanted to do special effects for a commercial. And that just sounded very exciting. So that was my first time on a film set. Everything that I learned from the magic career transitioned into basically doing the equivalent of magic for film, although in front of the camera instead of being on a stage. Film itself is a collaborative medium. Everything is a puzzle piece. Each element that gets worked on is a puzzle that's part of a bigger puzzle. Production design is one of the key or important elements of a finished film that a lot of people sometimes don't necessarily look at with the same importance as the obvious cinematography. Telling the story is about a feeling. Sometimes people ask me about a particular film or any type of design project at all, and they say, well, what do you think it should look like? How do you want to feel, or how do you want the audience to feel when they're watching X, or when somebody is experiencing X? Well, that design and tone has to do with furthering the storyline, whether it's creating the characters' visuals. So if there's a little boy in the script, what kind of posters would be on his bedroom wall? What color is his bedspread? And working with the costume department, and how does he dress? What does he play sports? What kinds of things are in the corner? As well as those elements that help further the story. How's the audience going to feel during this scene? And how they feel sets the tone of what I do as a designer to help design to help further the storyline of the character or the characters that are surrounding. Obstacles are just expected. So obstacles aren't really anything that gets in the way, as opposed to an opportunity to how to get around that obstacle and what's the best method and path around it to be the most successful in whatever the goal is that you're doing for the production. There was a really bizarre scene of a guy in a trench coat meeting a guy in a hospital gown in the middle of this forest. The actor was in a particular harness rig, and everything was very safe. And because this was shot on Steadicam and wanted to be able to see everything, the entire production crew was hidden behind a truck. Nobody was visible except the guys in the trees, actually doing the mechanics for the hanging or the reverse hanging scene. The Federal Park Police decided to come up on us, and they saw absolutely nobody because everyone was hidden behind the truck, except the guy that was hanging 20 feet in the air, swinging back and forth, while the guy in a hospital gown was jumping up and trying to grab the guy for the scene. These cops freaked out, and that definitely ranks as the #1 most funniest situation I've ever been in on a set. So many projects end up becoming dream projects. I like every project to have something new and exciting and challenging. To me, it's not necessarily what is the finished product, but what is the experience like working with different people, situations, and stories to tell. I don't know if success is a goal rather than a feeling of past accomplishment. To me, each project that I am lucky enough to work on, finishing it is a success.